Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I thought I'd do a very quick update. Just due to the price action. Again, if you're a day trader like me, it's been a very eventful day. Lots of fake out moves, up, down, left, right. Yeah, it's been interesting. So I thought I'd go over my thoughts of what I'm currently seeing in the market. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't quite see the reclaims of certain levels for the pushes up to the 86, 84,000. It was quite a group's trade. Many people did expect it, so I suppose that's why we're seeing a sort of reversal. So yeah, unfortunately, I did suffer a few stop outs, but again, if you've done it for as long as I have, it's just part of the game. It's just to be expected. Um, yeah, so I'll go through a few things I'm looking for the next few days, and yeah, I'll go through that shortly. So I'll go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few altcoins I'm looking at for levels to hold. And yeah, I hope you find it interesting. Again, please do show your support, like, subscribe if the content's valuable for yourself. If you want more sort of assistance with your trading, again, do check out my links in the descriptions. But yeah, without further ado, let's move on. So starting off with Bitcoin. So again, so I've marked out to me the most important level within this sort of bigger range, sort of here. So 79,450 is a very key support level. As it stands, we have lost it. Clean streak straight down. So for me, in terms of bias, again, if we reclaim this level, it's an immediate long for myself. So again, if we get something like this, again, if we do break above it, I'd always like to see that retest back down. And yeah, we'll just continue up as normal. Or what we could also see is a spike up, but a rejection from this level here. And again, we'll just continue down to the 75.4 and lower sort of targets. So yeah, it's been not a move I expected, if I'm honest with you. My main bias was up. We had the higher highs, higher lows, the successful retests. I did notice before we had the volume was picking up with the sort of bearish volume. The bull volume was dropping, descending down, so the momentum was losing. As a minimum, the anchored VWAP was stipulated up here, so I thought as a minimum we should see those tests up there, but we did fail to get that. But again, it's the market. We adapt to it. We move forwards. We've got stop losses for a reason. If they're hit, brand new trades. Let's reanalyze and see what we're looking at. So yeah, so for Bitcoin, macro standpoint, to be fair, macro, not much has really changed. Obviously today we are seeing that shift. We're seeing a potential lower low from this sort of 79 sort of region support. So we do sort of continue down. I don't know how far this may drop. If we get a drop to 75, for example, we can then look for that sort of bounce up to long and then re-short down. Plenty of options. Again, this basically would be the counter wave of this whole move down. Again, you've got, it's way too early to say that's the top. I would love to see us hold here and just put that one more high in, but yeah, I mean, if we're going to be looking at alternative, movements, we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm not going to stick to that. I don't think that's the primary sort of move. I think there's too many different scenarios at the moment. That's the problem we've got. Again, what I'd like to see, which, if that was the top, we'll see that sort of continuation down. It'll be choppy, it won't just be a straight line, but you see something like this. Another sort of high up to the 100k, 95, 90, yeah, 95, 100. Then the bigger down, so this would be the bigger B wave. I don't think the B wave would have been completed now. Personally, again, if that is the top, it's too early to say, but if that's the top, I do want to see an extended sort of corrective wave. Again, I get everyone more excited here. Later towards the end of the year, we then shoot down, accumulate for a few months, and then rocket back up. Yes, that's what I'll be looking for. So in terms of movements today, again, what I'd expect to see, or what I would expect to see to then make an entry would be a reclaim of the 795 region. Reclaim that, I'll be looking for longs up to a minimum of 80,200, and if we reclaim those levels, we'll just continue up. Or quite simply, we retest the loss level, we then reject it, we then short it down. Again, first target 776, 766, and then we'll just keep on working. But yeah, at the moment, there's no denying it's bearish. You've also got to bear in mind you've got Trump in China, you've got Musk, Nvidia's CEO, is also there. You've got so many things happening, which the Clarity Act tomorrow, which is going to be sort of finalised or discussed at least. So that there's so many different things that are going to affect the market, and it's going to be very, very volatile, very up and down. So yeah, again, if you're going to be making plays, just keep the position size small, very small, just to ensure if you do get some losses, they're going to be very minimal. If you do get some wins, you're still going to make some good moves on that. So I was just marking again another support zone below us. Again, you've got a bit of support here, but again, if we start to lose, all you can do now is just work on levels. There's nothing set in stone. So you've got a range here, which would just happen into the 79 region, 78.9. If we start losing that, reject it as we are now, expect that flush down to 778, which is just the support of these two levels here. So it'll be something like that. And again, if you get a bounce off that, then happy days. We'll work on that as we go. Yes, that's Bitcoin. We've got Ethereum. Let's go through ETH. It's really weak anyway, so I'm going to expect this to be very much down. Yeah, as expected. Okay, cool. So yeah, no entry for me. We didn't reclaim any highs, so again, we'll delete that. It's irrelevant. All we can sort of hope for now is just to see a bottom formation on this order block here, this cluster. Dip down here, again, which was the inception of this big sort of move up here. So again, a 10% wave up. So if we start wicking down to 222, we're going to expect some sort of reaction. And potentially we're seeing that fifth wave, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So possibly something like that as a long entry. So I'll keep an eye on that. So again, keep it simple. So all I'll be looking for is just to take out this sort of low here. So it's going to be something like this. Take it out, wave one up. We then look to buy the pullback safely up. So never just long on that, or set any orders to long here. Wait for that wave up, then we buy the pullback. That's all you're going to do. Okay, cool. So that's Ethereum. So yeah, a few altcoins again there. It's going to be bearish. It's going to just follow suit with Bitcoin. ZEC at the moment is just sat on the support zone. So I did mention the 540 region earlier in the week. So we've tapped it. Ideally, we'll see some sort, at least some sort of consolidation here. Whether that forms into a bearish pattern, for example, which then continues down, possible. Or again, if we can hold, start reclaiming. You want to reclaim this region here, so the lower high. Reclaim the 590. We can look to long safely, but as it stands, yeah, be looking for scalps, but we could come down to 560. We're not guaranteed to hold this one here. It's more if we start reclaiming as a minimum 544. You can then potentially look for scalps up to like 560, 575. But if you start rejecting 544, we're going to be moving down to the 515, 16 region. So just to bear that in mind. So yeah, ZEC very much not out of the woodwork. In terms of the macro perspective, potentially we have got our final sort of wave complete. So again, it's not super perfect, but in relation to Bitcoin, it all depends what Bitcoin does. But the volume on this wave up was lower than the wave 3, so to me that's a completed wave. You could say we're missing a subwave here, so again we may get another wave up to 707 high. But again, one step at a time, not going to rush into anything. But clearly, as it stands, EDC, one of the strongest altcoins in the market, no denying that. TAO, similar situation, very strong altcoin. But to start fresh, again, this could have been some sort of counter wave. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So following a fifth wave, you're going to be seeing some pullback. This really could be it. So again, from here, we test out this sort of breakout region, which it would be super healthy to see that. So I might look for shorts if we do get bounces off this level here. But again, that'll be the count. In terms of the low, you've got this. It looks perfect, you know what I mean? It's brilliant. And to go deeper into it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably an ABC on its own. A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C wave. For these with edit wave interest, that's what I'm looking for. So again, yeah, I mean, I come down to 215, 200 in the next few weeks to a month. But in terms of saying, oh, you know, at the profits, how are you going to get into a good position? Simply, it's going to be the test of support. So you'd be looking at probably where we are at the moment. Just for those bounces to retest these sort of areas, which I'm looking for here. Again, the 300s, it's basically a bearish retest is what you want to look for, but I think we're probably missing a wave here, so I think we should expect another leg down, so about 288, and then we'll look for the big bounces to then short again. But yeah, macro, the wave's complete, but yeah, I expect big moves down in the next few months on altcoins. Just looking at structure, nothing else. Again, I'll be happy to be wrong. Again, if I am wrong, we start to reclaim the high at 330, along up to 344, 364, and just continue. So whatever we get, I'm more than content with. I'm not stuck in a bias. I don't care if we go up or down. I'll trade whatever direction we get. Again, it's just based on levels. But yeah, I see too many people focused on one sort of level, one sort of bias. So they, if ZEC, they're only going to long it, never going to short it. You're going to try and catch every single bottom if it starts dumping. It's just a way to lose all your money. As far as a trader, there's no bias. If it looks good, long it. If it looks bad, short it. If you can't really tell and it's indecisive, just don't do anything with it. Just wait. So yeah, that's TAA. So again, looking for that sort of small wave to then short down, but I expect all this to be retraced in the next few weeks. I don't expect us to start going for highs just because of the count, the structure. It does look bearish, so bear that in mind. ING was another one I've been looking at. Again, big rejection from the key level at. Let's have a look. So, yeah, the proper top here. So, even as far as, yeah, so that's perfect. So, yeah, up to 6 on the dot. You had that big sort of spike in rejection. So what I'd expect now is just a consolidation, sort of ranged sort of form. As to how far we come down, again, we just have to wait and see. But with Bitcoin looking delicate, it's probably the best way to put it. I mean, as a bottoming area for INJ, I'd probably say the 5-2 region. Yeah, I'd say 5-2. So at least I'd expect us to wick down to this order block here. We would then get the sort of counter waves, which we can then re-short, or yeah, no, re-short, and then look for longs lower down. But again, long term bullish, short term not so bullish. But still, macro looks brilliant. But you expect these pullbacks to sort of level the playing field a little bit. USDT, I did say yesterday about this, about reclaiming that low. Excuse me. So again, reclaiming that low is detrimental to crypto. If you reclaim a descending triangle low, you're going to be getting back to the highs of that triangle. It's as simple as that. So we're back in the triangle, reclaim 7.3. We're going back up to 8.6. So that means Bitcoin's got, yeah, a bit of dropping to do. It's going to be coming down again. But again, we can look for shorts, and when we sort of top it for a double top and to come back down again, we will then look to long Bitcoin, crypto, etc. But in the meantime, again, it doesn't mean we're not going to see bounces in crypto. We're very much going to see that. So I'll keep an eye on that for you. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart, so altcoin strength. Yeah, again, rejection weak. We're going to be coming back down to the 265 region, 264 or 255, 265, and then we can look for altcoins to sort of bottom out hopefully. But macro, yeah, bullish. This is just a natural pullback we're seeing. All right. But yeah, so that's the updates as what to go through today. But again, thanks again for your support, guys. Please share your videos to your friends if they're into trading. Things will get better. It's just a very difficult. I won't say difficult. It's very much run by news at the moment, so it's very much up in the air. A lot of fake outs, a lot of moves which are just very hard to predict. So all we can sort of go by is just the level of support, resistance. Keep it simple. You know, it's worked well so far. But yeah, no, things will improve. So again, if we can master our techniques and trades, again, I'll help you guys with that, with the strategies that I use. But yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.